All right, good morning, everybody. We're coming here from the Lobsterfest ground, Placencia Lobsterfest 2025. Let's get right into it. Brice, Lobsterfest 2025 is here. What's the vibe like this year? What can people expect that's different or even bigger?
Okay, good morning, everybody. The vibe is right. We're well along into our setup, as you can see behind us. This year, the BTIA does the entertainment, and they went with a very local vibe. So we have a few local bands throughout the weekend. And the vendors, we have a lot of vendors that are from Placencia as well as other places. We've been out here since Monday setting up for the Village Council. We're in charge of doing the setup for the festival, and the energy has been high. We've had a lot of people walking out, checking out the setup. So we're excited, and we're ready for a good weekend, a nice busy Lobsterfest.
Excellent. Thank you, Brice. And you are the events coordinator for the Placencia Village Council, correct?
Yes, I am.
All right. What's the partnership briefly between the Village Council and the BTIA for the Placencia Lobsterfest?
Okay, so Lobsterfest is a
What's the
huge
purpose?
event. Okay, so Lobsterfest is a huge event, and it's probably too much for one organization to tackle. So for back in history, we've been pairing with the BTIA, the local branch, the Placencia branch of the BTIA, along with the PVC to kick off the Lobsterfest. So the Village Council is responsible for the setup and the bar, the security. We bring in all the vendors, and then BTIA is responsible for the entertainment lineup as well as the t-shirt sales, and then they always do a huge raffle with a lot of amazing prizes. So that's the collaboration between the two of us, and with that collaboration, it turns out to be an amazing event every single year.
All right, excellent, Brice. Thank you. So let's get into lobster and food. Let's talk lobster. Grilled, stewed, on the stick. What are some can't miss dishes this year?
Okay, well, I have been stalking the Facebook posts from all of the different vendors, and I've seen a lot of new items for lobster. If you're a lobster lover or a seafood lover or a food lover in general, Placencia Lobsterfest is the place to be. We have some of the best food in the country this weekend. So what I've seen for exciting lobster dishes are lobster sausage, lobster burgers, lobster bites. I've seen, I think it's sirloin stuffed lobster. I've seen lobster mac and cheese. There's just tons of lobster on everybody's menu. One of the rules of being a food vendor is that you have to have at least one lobster dish at your booth. So we have over 20 food vendors this year. So you can imagine how much lobster you'll be able to get over the weekend.
So anything for people who don't eat meat, vegan?
I have also seen some, and we have lobster sushi because the sushi nomads are gonna be out in the parking lot. So in the parking lot area, we have food trucks. For vegans, I have seen a small bit of stuff, vegans and vegetarians. I'm hoping that Toshi does his vegan sushi roll, fingers crossed, because I am vegetarian. But yeah, normally people do have something to offer. You could get like veggie quesadillas, veggie wraps, there's chips and salsa. So you can always find something out here, as well as there's gonna be somebody out here doing a couple people doing fresh fruit smoothies, fruit bowls, and that sort of thing.
Nice.
So
basically, there will be something for every palate.
yes, something for every palate.
All right, let's move on. So, any food competition or live cook-offs people should plan to see?
Yes, so every year we have our Lobster Cookoff, and it's a tight competition. One year, Doyle Gardiner from Doyle Smoke Yard, it was 2 years ago, he won. And then last year, Asha from I think it's Asha's Creole Cuisine. But anyways, Asha's Kitchen from PG.
Okay.
He won last year. And then I see some new vendors this year, and I'm hoping for a really good competition. So the guys always put off a really nice show for the Lobster Cook-Off, and that is on Sunday at, I think it's either 3 or 3:30 on Sunday afternoon. So make sure you're here for that.
Excellent, excellent. So let's move on to entertainment. What kind of entertainment is lined up? Who's performing, and what kind of energy can people expect at night?
Okay, so Friday night, we kick off with Kylan Ely, backed by the Soundwave Band. For those of you that don't know, Kylan Ely is from Placencia, and he comes from a family of entertainers and musicians. He's very, very good, and his band that's backing him is amazing. So that will be the main Friday night entertainment, and then he will be backed by a bunch of different Belizean DJs as well to play in between the breaks. Saturday night, we have a band coming in from Cayo, Golden Paws.
Okay.
They're also really good, and some of you might remember Turkey from playing with Patu and Rudy and them. He plays in that band, so you can imagine kind of the flavor there. And then Sunday night, we went back and kept it local, and we have the Persuaders.
Okay.
So that's another band from Placencia, a bunch of the older musicians, and they get together and they throw a good party. So they will be wrapping up the Lobsterfest on Sunday night. All weekend long, we have some of the top Belizean DJs out here, and it's going to be a good time.
All right, excellent. I believe you can find some of Kylan Ely's music on YouTube if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, you can.
Excellent. So, are there cultural events, games, or parades that highlight Belizean, Garifuna culture, etc.?
Yes. So on Sunday, we have a youth group from Saint Bite that will be performing and drumming and dancing, Miss Darina's youth group. And then on Saturday, we have the Pantempers. On, I think it's Saturday as well, we have another youth group that will be doing some dancing and stuff. And then for games, we have games for the kids throughout the weekend. All of the different games are on the weekend schedule. And then we do have a kids area with bouncy houses and trampolines and different games. Also, there'll be a mechanical bull for the children. There will be a bigger mechanical bull for the adults.
All right,
Yeah.
Excellent. So, what are your top 3 must-do or must-see experience at Lobsterfest, Placencia Lobsterfest 2025?
Okay, well, you put me on the spot because I know nobody will get vexed. But every year for Lobsterfest, we have our one-day fishing tournament on Saturday. That kicks off at 5 a.m. in the morning. And then Saturday evening, the boats come in and we do the weigh-in on the municipal pier. And that is something that you don't want to miss. Personally, I'm really looking forward to Kylan's performance Friday night. I would also say the Lobster Cookoff is going to be another good event. But generally, I say just coming in and soaking up the family vibe. There's going to be something for everybody. We're right on the water. We will have the Coast Guard and Port Authority out here helping us to overlook and make sure the area is safe for swimmers. So just come out and enjoy the Placencia lifestyle and the vibe.
All right, I gotta say, this is probably the most beautiful spot for a Lobsterfest in the country.
For sure.
All right, what's new this year? Any special vendors, kids activities, raffles, or surprises? I know you already touched on that, but if you want to expand a little bit more, please feel free.
Okay, so what's new this year? I definitely saw a bunch of new vendors on the list, both food vendors and craft vendors. So there's going to be, especially for people from Placencia or the peninsula, you'll be seeing a lot of new vendors that haven't been here previously. Having Kylan Ely, it's the first time he will be performing with his band. They specialize in a lot of reggae, but they also do his originals and then they do some covers. So I'm expecting that to be really good. I'm trying to think what else. I think mostly we're keeping to the tradition of the events that we normally do. We do have fireworks also on Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Yeah,
okay.
we do. And that was sponsored by the Vision Properties Gecko Rentals. So that will be happening Saturday night.
Okay, excellent. So you're watching right now and you might be saying, but man, it's too late for me to come. But it's not too late. Why should someone jump in a car or book a flight right now to come to Placencia this weekend?
Okay, so we all know that with the coastal highway, it's a lot easier to get to Placencia now. So even if for some reason you don't want to stay the night, you can still come for the day and have a really good time. But that's not to say that we don't still have some rooms available. I reached out on Facebook to find out. I know for sure Captain Jack's has some rooms, Lydia's guest house. has some rooms. Vision Property still has some rooms. And you can check with Flowers Management.
Flowersvacationrentals.com. They have, I believe right now they're running a special up to November. You can save up to 30%.
And a lot of the resorts are running specials for the summer for Belizeans.
Yes.
So there's still rooms available if you want to come. And I might be biased, but to me, the Placencia Lobsterfest is the best in the country. And if you've never been here, or if you have been here before, it's definitely something that you want to put on your list of things to do for the weekend.
All right, excellent. So it's easy to get to Placencia. You have a lot of discounts that you can save right now on accommodation. So let's get into some logistics. I know you touched on this, but let our viewers understand what exactly can they expect. When does it all kick off each day, and where exactly should people go first when they arrive?
Okay, so
Parking, whatever, walking, golf cart, bicycles, taxis.
So it used to be that Friday was more a day for setup for the festival, but we realized that we could make it into a 3-day festival, and that would help the vendors to make a little extra, as well as the Village Council's bar to make a little extra. So now we kick off Lobsterfest officially at noon on Friday. Friday evening is the captain's meeting for the fishing tournament, and then we kick into our full entertainment. So noon on Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday, we start at 10 a.m. So we're going all weekend long. At night on Friday, Saturday, we'll be going to about 3 a.m.
Okay.
On Sunday, we end at midnight. By that time, the team, the people carrying out Lobsterfest were just about done.
Yeah.
So we lock it off at midnight on Sunday. Coming in, just so you know, the area of parking down from the Excellence restaurant, which is right at the corner of the football field, will be locked off. So it's going to be walking in only from the football field coming down. We will be offering parking on the football field, as well as there's a big parking area in front of the Placencia police station.
Will it be free, or is there a fee?
The one on the football field will be a charge, not much of a charge. The one in front of the police station is free. And then I think there's going to be somebody offering charged parking right across from BTL.
Okay.
For golf cart rentals, you guys can look it up on social media, but just a few off the top of my head. Captain Jack's, Barefoot Rentals, I think Mr. Cool from Cozy Corner.
Yeah.
So those are a few right off the top of my head that I know will be renting golf carts. Bicycle rentals you can find at plenty of the different tour shops throughout the village.
And I believe if you book through flowersvacationrentals.com, many of their units have free golf cart.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so you can check that out as well. So you touched on it earlier, but I'm here with my family. What can I expect with security?
Okay, we have a lot. We always work very well alongside the Placencia Police Subformation, and we have our police detail in place. We have police here from the time we open in the morning throughout the day until the night. For the nighttime, Friday and Saturday, to help with security as well as the fundraising, we do fence off the dance portion of the festival grounds, and that helps the police to be able to make sure nobody's coming in with any weapons. And historically, this is my second term on the council, we've never had any major issues at the Lobsterfest, especially since we started fencing off and having the police check people before they come in. And also it helps us to keep underage people out at night.
Excellent.
And that also helps with the security.
All right. Thank you very much, Brice. So we're almost finished, so don't go anywhere. What does Lobsterfest mean to you personally as a councillor and as someone from Placencia?
So I have very good memories of Lobsterfest in the past, and if you have followed Lobsterfest, you know that we have moved around the village quite a bit. This space is obviously the best, most beautiful space in the village for Lobsterfest. And, you know, each Lobsterfest, it brings back a sense of community pride. And now being on the council, while I'm excited and, and I'm excited for the village and the vendors and the revenue it brings into the village, also it's our biggest fundraiser for the village council. So it's something that I take very seriously. We make sure that our bar is very organized. We try to give the vendors the best exposure possible. We've been advertising all the vendors, the sponsors. So, it's not just BTIA and PVC that throw this off. It's a community effort. And we get a lot of support from our community members. So most of all, for me, it's a heartfelt festival because I see where the community comes together. And we're able to show the best of our community with the location, the food, the different gift shops coming out and showing, the carvers and all of this. So I feel like if there's any weekend in Belize and in Placencia where you get that local Belizean flair, the Placencia Lobsterfest is that weekend.
Excellent, excellent, Brice. Well, Brice, if you had 10 seconds to convince someone watching right now to come to Lobsterfest, what would you say? This is your elevator pitch. This is someone you meet somewhere and you have 10 seconds to convince them to come to Placencia this weekend and enjoy the Placencia Lobsterfest, the best Lobsterfest in the country. What would you say in 10 seconds?
Okay,
Go.
well, I might be biased, but I feel like Placencia is the premier destination in the country. We have it all. We have the beaches, we have the good food, we have the locals that are super friendly. We have the accommodations that go from affordable right up to luxury. So we have everything here in Placencia. And with our entertainment, we're bringing a very local flair, which also shows the talent in Placencia. I feel like our Lobsterfest is the best, and I don't see any reason why not to be here this weekend.
All right, Brice, thank you. That's a little bit more than 10 seconds, but Brice, I know you're very passionate about the Placencia Lobsterfest. I worked with your sister for a few years planning the Lobsterfest. I was the chairman at one point, and trust me, this is a lot of work, but it's very, very important to the community of Placencia because it raises funds that gets invested back into this community to help the community, and also it gives funding to the Placencia Village Council so that it can actually function. So Brice, thank you very much.
Thank you
I know
too.
you're very busy. Guys, this is Charles Leslie from Visit Placencia. Please come to Placencia this weekend and enjoy the Placencia Lobsterfest 2025. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Yeah. What you give is what you receive. So come along and sing with me. Good vibes are following. Ooh, yeah. Every single day. Spreading happiness, love, and good vibration. Everywhere we go. Good vibes only. Good vibes only. Good vibes only. Peace and respect across the nation, so they all can show. Good vibes only. Good vibes only. Good vibes only. Good vibes only. A celebration tonight. Trade my fist for a mic. All my party people sing. All my troubles out of sight. Make the best of this life. You know all we do is win. So tell the barman, pop another cold one, because we're gonna get down. It doesn't matter if you're rich or you're a poor man, we rock to the same sound. So you see me with a smile, never runs out of style. Watch the haters go by. I keep my head holding high, watch me float through the sky. Man, I do this all the time. Spreading happiness, love, and good vibration. Everywhere we go. Good vibes only, good vibes only. Good vibes only. Peace and respect across the nation, so they all can show. Good vibes only, good vibes only. Good vibes only. Good vibes only. You see, I learned from my mother and my father that love could make the world go round. I'll turn it into a currency and take it further. and spend it through these reggae sounds. I'm so sorry if I did you wrong. I never meant to hurt you. Wise up and come sing along so we can continue spreading happiness, love, and good vibration everywhere we go. Good vibes only, good vibes only, good vibes only. Peace and respect across the nation so they all can show. Good vibes only, good vibes only, good vibes only, good vibes only. Kyle O'Neill is signing out. Randy Sutherland production, spreading love and good vibration all across the nation. Good vibes only.